I walk into and a girl in Dubai. The only night I didn't sleep in your room. The light was off, the music was playing, it was dark, the bed was rough, and the girl sitting at the edge, and she was covering her face with face masks.
What's in those masks they cover? The things when those masks they cover for this life, eh? Now only God will fear post suffer.
Ryan Little.
Hey Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. I'm so glad to have you guys here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button before you leave. Also give this video a very big thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it, okay? And please don't forget to watch my adverts, okay? Because that's really important, okay? That's really important. Now, without wasting any time, let's just dive right into the gist of the night, okay? So today, Ebuka actually started out by playing a clip for us. It was actually a clip of Emmanuel and Angel flirting. More of Angel flirting with Emmanuel. And you know, White Money was actually in the kitchen observing things and all of that. They go waka, come, waka, go, waka, come. White Money can say, I see something fishy is going on here, but I'm just going to reserve my comment and all of that. Now, after they played the clip here, Ebuka wanted to find out from Angel, you know, what that was about, especially because everybody in the house knew that, you know, something was going on between Emmanuel and Liquorose. So it's one thing to flirt with people in the house, it's one thing to flirt with a Yusuf, for example, but then, you know, flirting with Emmanuel, who you knew had something to do with Liquorose, you know, what was that about? And you know, according to Angel, for her, she did not even take the whole Emmanuel thing seriously.
I'd like to say that I did not take the whole Emmanuel thing seriously. Okay. I mean, he flirted with a lot of people in the house.
And you know, for her, she actually admitted to the fact that she could have respected their boundaries, you know, so she apologized and all of that.
You know, should I have, you know, respected Liquor's boundaries and do not reciprocated the energy? Yes, definitely, I do accept that, and I apologize if like I crossed the boundary that she felt like disrespected or any.
And then Ebuka went on to ask JMK and Sasuke, you know, what the whole flirting situation with Emmanuel was like and all of that. And you know, for JMK, she's like, no, flirting is really not a bad thing. Like, she didn't see it as a big deal. You know, Sasuke also said that she didn't see it as a big deal. And then Ebuka was like, okay, so that actually meant that, you know, he was flirting with these people. Because as at the time when he asked Jackie B, oh, Jackie B, you were close to Emmanuel, did you at any point in time feel like he was flirting with you? Jackie B was like, no, she didn't feel that way. And so for Ebuka, it's like, okay, if Jackie B didn't feel that way, and Emmanuel's argument is that, you know, if someone was nice to him, he would just reciprocate that and all of that. Why didn't Jackie B feel the same way? So it meant like there was something different, you know, there was a way he was acting towards JMK and Sasuke and maybe Angel and all of that, you know. So what exactly was it? But then he was just trying to explain that, no, you know, for him, if you're nice to me, I reciprocate it, blah blah blah. Maybe it was them that was really meaning into the whole thing, you know. So according to him, it was not flirting. Okay, so that's what he said. Now Ebuka decided to talk to Liquorose, because I mean, at the end of the day, it was Liquor that had something to do with Emmanuel. And you know, Ebuka just wanted to find out if she actually thought that Emmanuel was flirting with her at any point, or if it was something that she just discovered later on during the show. And for her, it was something she discovered after she had heard a conversation between Beatrice and Angel, where, you know, they were like, yo, Emmanuel is always flirting, blah 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 blah. And of course, according to Liquorose, she confronted Emmanuel almost immediately. She was like, you know, what's going on between you and Angel? Like, they were talking about you flirting and all of that. And he kind of explained to her, like, they talked about it. And you know, for her, yeah, for Liquorose, she's not that type of person that, you know, just wants to believe what people say about other people. You know, for her, she would rather just believe what you say to her. And you know, the things Emmanuel was saying to her was quite different from what people were saying. And at that time, she just chose to go with what Emmanuel was saying, seeing that, you know, he was the one that spent more time with her, and you know, they were the ones that know what they said to one another when they were alone, when they were under the duvet. So for her, what he said had more weight than what every other person said in the house. And you know, what actually annoyed her was the fact that she asked him about it and he denied it. And then she gave us an instance of where she saw Emmanuel in the bathroom with 3 other people. She mentioned JMK, she mentioned Cross, and she mentioned Angel. So these other 3 people were having their bath in the bathroom with Emmanuel. And she's like, why are other people seeing your nakedness when I haven't seen it? Like, for her, that was really disrespectful. Like, why would you be having your shower with these people? I mean, even if you wanted to have your shower with anybody, at that point, it should have been her. And you know, in all fairness, she was in her right. Like, why you go to bath naked? Naked for bedroom. You AJ, you naked for bedroom with Angel, with JMK, and with Cross. What were people trying to achieve? Explain it to me, please. Anyways, guys, they moved on to show us another clip of Imaros, just being cozy, hugging, kissing, just their good times together. And there was also a clip of Liquorose telling Sammy, I think it was Sammy she was talking to in the garden, that see, not be saying Emmanuel will fine like that, the guy did alright, so yes, but be all that and all of that. See, if you see my ex-boyfriend and basketballer, the guy fine, blah 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 blah. So they showed us that clip, and for Ebuka it's like, okay, you were complaining a lot about Emmanuel not being all that, but you still stuck around. Like, what kept you there? Now, before he actually got to that year, he had actually asked Earrings, what was your take on this Imaro ship? Like, what did you think at the time? And according to Earrings here, everybody else wanted the Imaro ship to work except the Imaros themselves, because at the end of the day, they always had their issues. It's either this one is holding back, or this one is doing this, or this one is doing that. So for Earrings here, it was really difficult to understand what both of them were doing in the relationship, seeing that every other person was giving their approval, but these two people, Emmanuel and Liquorose, were not really giving it, they were not really giving all of it, to the relationship. Then Ebuka went on to raise the whole issue of, people saying, and by people, fans, the housemates themselves, people like me, because I know I said a lot of it that time, it was the fact that we all kept on saying that Emmanuel wasn't really giving his all to the relationship. At some point, it felt one-sided. It felt like, Liquorose was the one, like, really diving hard into the whole situation, and, Emmanuel was just being too careful. So, of course, Ebuka wanted to understand what it was, because, a lot of people, and I'm included in this lot of people, wait to say, it just felt like, they were using one another. It felt like, because Emmanuel knew that his game wasn't all that, he was trying to use Liquorose, and at some point, Liquorose realized that, her doing this whole Imaro ship thing with Emmanuel was also boosting her game, and she also just decided to go with the flow. So Ebuka really wanted to understand where Emmanuel's head was at the time. And, for Emmanuel, he went on to explain to us that
I didn't want to get too attached to the point that I lose focus of what I was doing. Saying that, I don't mean that what we had was making me, lose focus or deviate from what I was, but I just didn't want to lose it, basically. So I was actually being very careful.
So you're saying you intentionally held back?
I'm also trying not to hurt her too, because of her story and her past and everything. But I genuinely liked her.
Seeing that she had shared some of her moments with him and just some of the things that she had been through, so he was really, really trying to be there for her, just be her right-hand guy, but then at the same time not doing too much to kind of jeopardize their games and all of that. Ebuka even asked him, okay, Emmanuel, do you think you would have done more? Now, looking back now, do you think you'd have actually done more to kind of correct that notion of, you're not doing your best, you're not giving it your best and all of that? And for him, it's like, no, it was mutual, and I felt like, we were cool at the time. For him, he did his best. Like, there was nothing else he could have done, because now them did the relationship and she was cool, he was cool, so yeah, for him that was okay. Now, going back to what I had raised earlier, Ebuka was really curious to find out what kept Liquorose going. You complained, he's not all that, if I so fine like that, blah 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 blah, but then you kept on going back, you complain, you go back, you complain, you go back. What exactly was going on? What kept you going? And for her, it's like, Emmanuel is someone that she really liked. In the beginning, she was trying so hard not to fall for the guy, but when she fell, she fell hard, okay? She don't forget herself, she don't fall berekete into the whole love thing and all of that. And for her, the fact that he opened up to her and told her, look, I love you, but I'm not going to push too much and all of that. He kind of explained to her that he was into her, but then the reason he didn't want to push and all of that was, the game and all of that. He told her that, and for her, that meant a lot. And she was even saying that she had a conversation with White Money, where White Money was like, babe, you don't fall in love, okay, but just be careful, because White Money was really cheering them on. You guys remember, White Money really, really wanted the Imaro ship to sail and all of that, and he gave her that advice. So, for her, it meant a lot to her, just knowing that he told her first that he loved her. According to her, he was the first person in the house that told her that he loved her. Ebuka also asked her if she was faking it at any point, if she saw it as, some sort of game strategy and all of that. And she was like, I swear on God, like, I love the guy, I was really into the guy, I wasn't faking any of it. Like, everything she showed us in the house was herself and just her being as real as possible. Now, she even went as far as telling us that even after the show, they continued. It wasn't like they said, oh, we are dating, but they were cool, and according to her, they both know what they felt for one another. But then one time they had a very heated argument outside of the house, because there was the whole situation of him still flirting with Angel, and she was so mad at the guy that she had to go and have that very serious conversation with him, like, what is going on? Do you want to be with Angel? And he still kept on trying to tell her that, look, I love you. He told her this outside of the house. So camera is no day again, show don't finish. And she gave us the exact date on the 5th of October. He told her he loved her,
and he said it to my face, I'm in love with you.
This was outside the house?
Yeah, I think that was on the 5th.
Because there's no cameras now, and he still says, I love you.
On the 5th of October, yeah.
There are no cameras now, he still uses the L word.
Yeah, because we're having an argument. I'm like, that was the first time he yelled at me, and I yelled at him too, like, we're yelling at each other. It was expressive. That was the first time I saw him expressive. I'm like, it was heated, and
that's some good
we
context
settled,
that we missed.
And we settled it.
But then, Ebuka now raised the question of her birthday, because you guys remember, I came here to tell you guys that, Emmanuel did not attend her birthday, and it was weird. I mean, a lot of people were concerned. I, for one, I talked about it because I knew that a lot of people, kept on tagging me, oh, Betha, Emmanuel is not there, why is he not there, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, Saga, you're friends with Emmanuel. Did you ever ask him why he did not attend Liquorose's birthday, seeing that you, his friend, was at the birthday? And Saga is like, he didn't come, but I didn't ask him because, I mean, at the end of the day, I was just trying to respect boundaries and all of that. And it's like, okay, so was it that Liquorose did not invite Emmanuel to the birthday, or it's a case of Emmanuel not just being present and all of that? And according to Liquorose, she invited him, like she told her PA to send an invite to him. And Ebuka is like, why is your PA sending the invite? And she's like, no, I made sure of the list, but I mean, it was overwhelming. There were a lot of things going on, but she made sure that an invite was sent to Emmanuel. But then he did not come because they were not talking at the time. And for Emmanuel, it's like, yeah, I did not come because we were not talking. It would have been awkward. What am I going there to do? Just stay there and be looking. And then cameras will now start taking things and saying, oh, this and this and this. So for him, he didn't see the need to be there. And that's fair enough, okay? They were not speaking. So what am I coming to do at the birthday? I'll just call they look you. We're going to speak grammar. Everybody will do, hey, then I'll just be there. I don't know whether to smile or whether to stand, because I mean, whatever I do, people will definitely take note of that. So for me, I kind of saw the reason why it wasn't necessary for him to be there, because people are never talking. So at this point, yeah, there was just one question left in our heads, or maybe two, okay? But the first one was, what happened? Like, at what point did you guys decide that, okay, you know what, we're not talking anymore and all of that? And they were just beating around the bush, in my opinion, because I don't really understand what they talk. This one will talk, go left, this one will try come back, they will corner again. I'm like, Oga, what are you saying? What exactly are you saying? Because Ebuka was like, no, you guys are taking me, back and forth. I'm just trying to find out what point you guys decided, you know what, we can't be friends anymore, we're not talking. And then finally, Emmanuel was able to just bring up one point, and he said he felt like, because he went out with Sasuke, and Liquorose had come to ask him, oh, why did you go on a date with Sasuke? And for him, it wasn't even a date like that, so he didn't know why she was upset. And then this was the moment where Liquorose was like, you know what, that's not true, okay, that's not the reason. Emmanuel now asked her, please, can you tell us the reason? Just give us an insight why, what's happened. Because again, Emmanuel also mentioned that, when he was trying to reopen his salon and all of that, he had tried reaching Liquorose, he had called her, texted her to no avail. She wasn't responding to him. But then when he now posted the whole inviting on the group and all of that, she then said congratulations. And it's like, what's going on? I tried to reach you personally, you're not taking my calls, you're not returning them, and then you're coming to the group to say, congratulations. Like, what's that about? And she's like, you know what, at this point, let's just talk about it. And then Liquorose just said it to, just break one table, you just break one leg. I don't really know whether tomorrow they'll continue with the breaking, but this night now one leg break, because she was like,
we're dating, right? And I walk into you and a girl in Dubai.
What? Dubai?
Yeah, I really want to talk about that
please,
too.
can I finish? And I walk into you and a girl in Dubai. The only night I didn't sleep in your room. Light was off, the music was playing, it was dark, the bed was rough, and the girl sitting at the edge, and she was covering her face with face masks.
So my question here is, why was there a nose mask? Why the bed wear nose mask? Why the bed scatter? Now this thing, it confused me. My nose mask the shape for my nose, because I don't really understand. Everybody now they tell me, say, better no talk on, but I go talk on. It be like saying a one night stand. You might go knock one night stand, because who be the babe? Why you wear nose mask? Why? Now only better supposed to wear nose mask. Why you wear nose mask? Now my question be that oh, guys, if now get answer, when I tell me because I don't really know. And multi-choice, when I don't play me oh. When I don't they carry me, they go where I know answer now. I say give me gist from the Liquorose. I need to know what happened. When I still carry me again, cause they land me for the same peripheral. What's peripheral? I don't even know. Cause me, I don't know if they show me. You know, this same thing when they show us yesterday, now you just show us today. Just add say bed scatter. The girl wear nose mask, the hide face. You people should give us gist, okay? We are ready for this thing. We should be all this turn one and they turn us. What was everybody? Let's say we're gonna disguise now. We're gonna disguise because if they break person here, we don't know who to hold. More than disguise, okay? That's all the gist I have for you on this particular episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Of course, I'll come to you guys tomorrow without my nose mask, okay? But for this night, we'll end this video with nose mask. All right, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I love you guys, and yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. Okay, well, now see the kiss, so